Whew. Hey.
Yawning.
Okay, heart's yawning.
Must be out of that.
All fine. I'm feeling invigorated just having you here, seeing you here. And if you are on gallery view too, just feeling that we're here together. I'm going to share in this practice. We're going to breathe together in our own space, our own place. And we're going to be open like the sky. Anything is possible. And those of you who've been taking yoga with me for a while, you know that's true, because anything could happen. Anything is possible. Good. All right, so we'll open this practice with 3 ohms. Inhale. Looks like a didgeridoo.
Yes, where did you do?
Bowing your chin. Thank you, heart. Musical stylings. Release your hands to your knees. Lift your chin. Open your eyes. At our wedding, my dad got up and asked Hart to come up and take the mic and mimic a vacuum cleaner, which he did. So yes, I don't know. Maybe that's for another time. But
Do it.
okay, just one quick.
Okay. I've done it for so long. Uh-oh.
Okay, you get the idea.
Yeah, I need something to drink. That's very dry.
There, you can have a drink. Okay, all right, let's actually not start with our feet. I'm gonna have you take your blanket and we're gonna fold it into 4. So it's folded in half in this long sausage. And then I'm gonna fold it 1, 2, oh, maybe it's just 3. I did 4 today, but no, it's all fine. As long as you get like just a little thick.
This guy?
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so it's just a little bit thicker, and then you can set that aside. Maybe you can put it on your bolster. And let's start just lying flat on your back. And you can have your knees bent or your legs extended. Good. Okay. Great. Okay, and we'll just take a few breaths here. Maybe take your arms out to the sides in a comfortable place. Good. And you can even close your eyes. Just feeling your breath. Feeling what releases as soon as you lie down. And just embrace this as a place to offer up, as a place to let go, to invite in. And feeling like you're lying on the earth with the sky above you, your arms open, maybe legs, however they are. And feel yourself embracing this. Be open like the sky. Be open like the sky. And we know the sky is boundless. We know that it's a lot of emptiness, a lot of void. We know that it is light, it is dark. And just embrace that feeling in your body. And then Bring the right knee into the chest. The left leg can be bent or straight. And let's take a few breaths here. I'm just going to let it drop in. I might take the hands a little bit lower than the knee and just allow the weight of the leg to just be heavy where it drops. Shoulders drop. And I'm going to stretch my leg out, the left leg, but yogi's choice. Good. And just let your feet be relaxed. Your breath relaxed. And bring your attention to whatever needs to be released here. Is that in the hip? Maybe it's in the shoulders. Maybe it's in your face. And letting your breath deeply relax. And I use that word deeply relax because maybe it will start to become more deep or longer, more relaxed. Soften the muscles of your face. Again, notice what needs to be released here. Feeling into your eyes. Good. And then we'll release that leg, and feel free to take the arms over your head if you like, or back up to the side, and just rest. Just feel the expansiveness of that release. Maybe you're so happy you're not still holding your leg. And that is a release. Okay. Good. So making little movements if you need to, and then bringing that left knee into your chest. Opposite, interlace the fingers. And again, I'm going to take my hands down the shin just because it's comfortable-ish. And I'll let the feet relax. And then just dropping in as deep as you can. Explore what your inner world is like when you have this thigh here. Is there places that you can now really bring your attention to? Offer your breath to. And releasing as much as you can. It's a constant state of awareness into places that start to tighten, places that, maybe it's an injury. And we need to be gentle. So it's treating yourself tenderly. And then coming to that place where you feel your breath deeply relax. And even if that's not happening, maybe for you this side is more work than the other side. Like that, it's all legit. Just do your best. Drop off whatever you can. And then we'll release this leg as well. Again, just coming back to your own version of resting, of expansive, open rest. Feeling yourself almost like you're a canvas being stretched, just even as you lie here without any effort, you're just opening it. Feel your breath. I'm just going to stretch the arms away. You're just going to start by opening your fingers, open your palms, and then lengthen your arms away so that they're not actually going to move that much, but get nice and long with your arms. And then release them. Just be again in this expansive place. And we'll do the same with the legs. And before we do that, just let your shoulders drop, back drop. And now start to flex your feet. Maybe your legs want to open a little wider. If your knees are bent, just heel toe your feet apart. And then just add a little bit of dynamic action into your legs, into your feet. And you'll inhale. And as you exhale, just let them flop again. And just feel like you've expanded yourself a little bit here. Mentally come into that expansiveness in your heart, your arms, your legs. You know, the spine is all nicely supported, all in good alignment. Nothing to hold on to here. Release yourself. And in the release, feel yourself become more expansive. So we're going to go from here into a little ball. And so let's do that by expanding first. So as you inhale, stretch your arms, stretch your legs. And as you exhale that breath, start to bring the legs, the arms in. You're going to hug the knees into your chest. And get really small. And then if you feel, so it'd be nice, draw your belly in, lift your head and chest, and make yourself even smaller. Just really, tuck in as much as you can. And breathe here. If you need to not lift your head, that's fine. If you press the knees into the arms, that will help support your head. You're going to take 2 more breaths. Now we're going to go right from this into that expansive rest. So release yourself again, let the legs come out or whatever they need, arms out. And start to feel this idea of expansiveness build. Rest here. It's a great gift. The whole idea of space to release, time to explore that is a great, great gift. Okay, so from here, friends, we're going to go back to that small ball. And then from there, we're going to come up to sitting. So, you decide how you get there. So from here, I'm going to start to open the legs, inhale, open the hands, flex the feet, get nice and long. And as I exhale, I'm going to pull the belly in right at the core. Let that be the start of bringing yourself in, nice and small. And maybe we take the belly in again, lift the head and chest. I'm going to take my hands. I know I can hold my feet here. So I'm going to do that. If that works for you, great. If it doesn't, great. Breathe here. Good. Okay. Now you have 2 choices to come up to sitting. You either roll yourself to your side or we rock and roll. And I'm just going to take advantage of this rock and roll time. I'm going to do it a few times. Yogi's choice, though. Okay, I'm going to do one more. And then we'll come to sitting. And we're just going to sit. Okay, now you have that blanket roll, you have your bolster, you can sit on that. Otherwise, or you could put your back against the wall if you like. I'm just going to sit as is. I'm going to take my cross-legged legs that are normally tucked right in and just pull them out a little bit. And that, I feel like it gives me more balance on my seat when I take the legs away. I kind of overarch here. So, that might not be your issue. I'm just going to show you. If I do this, I know I have to arch. If I take them out, yeah. Okay, and then just let your hands rest once you have figured out your seat. Then just let your eyes close. Okay, so I want you to imagine here your energy around you. And as you inhale, that energy is going to be drawn in. And as you exhale, feel it expanding through your body and out. And we'll just take a few rounds of that. You can give your energy field a color. You might intuitively know what that is, or you just pick it. Yeah, it's just feeling this expansive energy that you can offer yourself. You imagine the energy coming in, tucking in. As you inhale and as you exhale, expands out. Let's take one more breath. And then just feel in your little cocoon of energy. Bring your hands into your heart like Anjali Mudra, just as we start. Maybe you drop your head for a moment. And you might feel that energy feel palpable. And into this, friends, we're going to come into a forward fold. So I'll just start to drop my head. My eyes are closed. The hands will start to reach for the floor. And then I'll just walk them forward. I'm not going for super deep. We're going to start with just letting the head go, even pressing your back a little bit. See if you can drop your shoulders. So you can play with how deep this is for you. If you prefer to be on your forearms, that's fine. Thank you. Sneezed. Okay. Good. So feel in this place, you're not trying to get anywhere. What can I release? What can you let go of here? How can you soften the length of the back of your neck, your shoulders? You take the belly back, right at the core, you take the back. Does that help to assist in the release a little bit? Your hands are there to help in any way, or your forearms. If you want to bring back that breathing in and out of your own energy, it's there, it's real. It is the light and the heat of your body, of you, your essence. Okay, and then from here, we'll let the head be the last thing. Just walk the hands, come up to sit. And if you want to stretch your legs out, you can. You can keep your eyes closed. Just take a few moments. Maybe you want to just sit like however you like. So just feel whatever that is. Good. Okay. We're going to change the cross of the legs. I'm not sitting on anything, but that doesn't mean that, if you need that, you put that in. And, as you change the cross of the legs, use your props. That's the great advantage of practicing with a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so we come back to sit in this opposite cross and kind of feel if it's good, whatever you need. And then come back, we'll just come back to that sitting. Close your eyes. Take a few breaths. I did have the hands at the heart last time as we came into forward fold. If you want to do that, you can, or just leave them as they are. And then let your head start to drop. The hands will find the floor. And you find your way into whatever version of forward fold, feels healing for you. And that could be like, if you're someone who's very tight, maybe your hands stay behind your back and you just drop your head and you drop in that way. And so take your time. So just, loving yourself with your own good energy, open and expansive, protective, tender, loving, and healing. And find the magic in this pose. So if there's a lot of discomfort, find a way to maybe breathe into it. Let your eyes be so heavy, the head dropping, the breath bathing you in a different way. I know there could be a lot happening in your hips too, so find the way to be here as softly as you can. And then again, making your way back upright. And I'm going to keep my legs here to sit for a moment, but if you want to stretch them out, you do that. And then again, just feel into, the effects of that. Good. Okay. And then we'll slowly open your eyes. And you're going to take your bolster with your fancy blanket on top. Okay. All right. So we're going to just take a side stretch here and just open up this side of the body. I'm just going to take this off. Yes. Okay. So you just kind of come in, find your way here. Like it's just going to support. And, I put the blanket in because I feel like it's going to be okay for maybe not everybody, but if it's no good, then no big deal just to take the blanket out. Let me just adjust this point of view here. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do our feet. That's okay. Okay. It'll still come in later. All right. So just find a place here. I have it. It's more on the, I would say the crunchy, the soft part of yourself. Like if you just take your other hand, you feel where your hips are and your ribs, and then there's that soft waist part. So that's kind of what we want to hit here. So you find your place here. You could be up on your arm. You could be on your head here. And you could also be all the way down. The top arm could be resting on your hip, or you could take it over. And that's going to give you the most stretch. Then if I take this top leg and I just maybe stretch it straight, or I take it back, I might even move the head and the arms back. Okay, so this would be like, and then you don't have to keep this straight. This leg doesn't have to work it the whole time. It can relax. So I'll walk it back. I'll straighten it. I'll walk it back. And then I can drop it. So you see how this is? So this would be the full extension of the pose. But I'll just run through all the different things you could be doing here. So, but once you've kind of found that place and the bolster with the blanket's okay, or you take it out. And then if you need another blanket on between your head and your arm too, that sometimes we need that. I'll use my fancy shirt here. And so you see how that is. You take the time. You see how I get up and I come back in. So it's all fine. We're still gonna get there. And okay, so if you're all settled and everything feels nice, maybe you want to just rock your hips a little bit. So the top, oh, I hope I didn't lose you guys. So the top hip will move front to back. There we go. Okay. And just kind of like massaging that part of you that's resting on the bolster blanket. And you just move yourself forward and back a little bit. And as you do any movement or you're still in stillness, then you're going to look for places that you can really release. So for me, I feel like if I kind of lean back a little bit, that's going to give me more access to release through the front of the top hip flexor. But for you, it might be something different. So be curious. And now I'm just going to just stop moving and be with this pose. Just allow the lengthening to unfold. And the more you release and drop in, things will start to open. And sometimes that can be really scary. But we want to be like the sky and just be open to what's possible. Okay. Good. So I'm just shifting a little bit forward now. So I'm just taking that top hip forward, just finding a little bit of a new place to be here for the next few moments. Okay, so if you want to add a little more, your arms are over your head, then the bottom hand catches hold of the top wrist open the top hand, spread the fingers, and pull that arm away, like just overhead. See if I can get a little bit more through that top side. And you don't have to keep pulling, maybe one tug, two tugs, and then you might be like, oh, that's good. And then you can drop in again and see what has opened up. Okay, so we're moving into our final few breaths here. So use that as that place of dropping in. Good. Okay, well, we're going to release. So you can take the top hand and wherever you need, just bring yourself back up to sitting. Because there's a lot that happens there. So I just want to feel it. So sit however you like, come back to that meditation pose and tune into what you have done. For me, it's super profound. I hope I'm not alone. Heart?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God, such a difference between the two sides.
Yeah, great. Yay. So feel that. Yeah, just give yourself a hug with your good energy. Let's call it in. And then, okay, so we'll do the other side. So I'm just going to move my stuff over, but you can flip yourself around. And if you didn't have a blanket for your head and you think that might be nice, when you come over, then grab that, whatever else you need. And find that, I heard this described once as your soft, creamy center. And just love that. So find that. I'm going to move down a little bit. Okay. I'm topping it with my heating pad this time. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, well, here I'm at the wall. And, it's never a cheat. But if I push into the wall, I'm going to get some nice happenings here. So if you happen to be by your wall, then take advantage. Okay, remember that, first few moments when you got in, maybe didn't feel super nice. So, if you need to be up on your arm, or your hand, to just let everything come in, to adjust yourself, and be kind. Two sides are so different, so vastly, vastly different. Everything we do affects, it's incredible. If you think of, well, you know where I'm getting at. If you're right-handed, left-handed, one side is definitely going to be stronger than the other. And then depending on, everything, everything. So that's great that we get on our mat and we feel into all of that. We breathe it through. We accept that it's there, and we open to the possibilities of creating change. And that is not easy. It's not easy. I deeply honor your practice. I say it every time, and I mean it from my heart. I mean it from my heart. Look who's here. We've been doing this for a year together. A year you've been showing up. You show up for yourself. That's who you show up for. Okay, I'm gonna get on my mat today, even when it's not easy. I'm gonna get on my mat today, even though I don't feel like it. And you always leave feeling better. You never ever, have I ever, even sometimes I went to a class once, 3 people walked out. But still, the yoga works. It works. That's a story for another day. Okay, breathe and release. Breathe and release. Move. I hope you're moving, exploring, finding your way. Notice too, like this side is a lot tighter. It feels a lot more, there's more work to do on this side. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's less work. Whenever it is, we embrace it all. We embrace it all. And using your breath. If you want to catch the wrist of the top arm, if you haven't done that and like to, find that. Be kind and loving. Back out if you need to. And then release it. Breathe it. And invite it. And just a few more moments here. Okay, and then gently, lovingly find your way out. And again, we're just gonna sit. Oh man. Okay. That is good medicine. That is medicine. So breathe into that, receive it. That is yours. That's your good energy. Yes. Okay. So the next one we're going to do is we're going to lie over top of this with the chest on top. So I'll bring it up and I might put a blanket or something at the front here for my face to rest into. And then you just kind of line yourself up so that I say chest, let me see. It is more like it start at the bottom ribs. I'll say that. And then if the blanket, again, I have the blanket in still, I like it. If it's no good, take it out. If this is too big of a drop for you, you can always go into your elbows and hold your forehead. I'm going to just tuck my toes under and open the legs wider like we did at the beginning. And then rest the tops of the feet. So, find your comfort amidst your discomfort. I also will use my toes to kind of walk myself forward and back. Just so if you need to, maybe that feels better, this one. Okay. And then I'm going to rest with the forehead on the hands. Just tucking the girls in a little bit. And there probably is some discomfort. And if you can invite that in and be with that, groovy, if you need to back out, that's fine too. Okay, and if you can come to that place, so I'm going to stop talking. You're going to use everything that we've talked about and release yourself as much as you can here. Final few moments here. Maybe you can even slightly deepen your breath. And then finding your hands to the floor. So make your way up. And we're going to go to child's pose. And you might use this to support your head or to just rest your arms on. The head can maybe tuck, whatever you need here. So just find your way into child's pose. And you can use this bolster. And just taking 1 or 2 more breaths. Okay, and we're going to come up on the hands and knees. I'm going to take you to downward dog. And so you might move the bolster out of the way, and maybe we'll come through regular child's pose. And if this works, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. So from child's pose, I'll just start by lifting my head, and then just get a little longer through the arms. Spread your fingers, and then almost drop yourself down into your child's pose for a moment. And then you anchor the hands, rise up, hands and knees, tuck your toes under, and then lift your hips and press back. And see how that is, if that is helpful to really get the shoulders into their happy place. So it's not too far forward, not too far back, but they're kind of in the center there. Let your head drop. And if you need to release the backs of your calves by bending your knees or rocking yourself forward and back, do what you need to do. Let this be that releasing dog. I'm just going to drop my head, the breath, maybe move the hips a little bit. And whenever you're done, you're just going to come back down, and you might sit or take child's pose. I'm going to take 5 more breaths here. Melting into the shape. Just think of this as your stretchy letting go. Okay, and then I'll come down, and you're still in it, you want to stay longer, that's fine too. And just come back into your child's pose or sitting, whichever one. And we'll just take a few moments and just feel that even that time upside down. Good. Okay, so I'm going to take this little bolster package back in again, and I'm going to come into Shavasana 2. So we've been, doing this one. I'm going to keep the blanket there. If you want to take it out, that's totally fine. And I'm going to come into Baddha Konasana, so with the soles of the feet together, knees out. So if you need extra blankets to put underneath your knees, grab them.
I was just going to get one for my head.
Okay, and one for your head. Take that. And then, okay, so then we sit on the floor and decide where you want this to go. I'm going to come back over it. Now that blanket roll is actually in a pretty good place for me. And what I like about it here on the bolster is that I feel like I'm just getting this little bit of extra lift. You might not like it. And I also I feel it right between the shoulder blades when I bring the arms over the bolster. And you might not like that either. And that's okay. So if you don't like it, that's fine. Take it out. You can put it underneath your head. And if you like it, great. And then I'm going to bring the soles of the feet together. Knees open. Add props if you need them. And if you need some support underneath your hands too, the shoulders need a little bit more loving. Then you don't need your arms to drop down so much. And if you support the arms a little bit, it takes the pressure off the shoulders. Okay, so that is a lot. And you're going to take your time. A little discomfort when you first get in. We know that that's not a bad thing. That's something to, be aware. It's like, oh yeah, okay, I can feel it. My shoulders aren't that happy, but maybe they might release into this and be happy. And maybe not. But I'm going to be open to possibilities. Okay, so hopefully you're settled and you feel comfortable. Again, if something's not quite right, take the time, readjust. And then we're going to drop in. Feeling into how your body is being supported right now. Feel the openness of the shape you're in. Your heart is open. The way the feet are, our whole pelvic floor area is open. Your third eye open. Even your face is open, looking towards the sky. Let's feel that expansiveness. Breathe it in and out. If you can breathe in, the frequencies of nature. Breathe in the good energies that are making the birds sing outside. The good energies that have all the bunnies hopping around. Just breathe that all in and out. As if you're lying outside under the sky. Open to possibilities. Release whatever is holding you back from this moment. And feel that with every release of tension, of thought, that you are inviting in space for more space. You are opening yourself to more. You don't need to know what that is. Just be content with this moment, the invitation. If we're here for a few more moments, if you need to bring your feet to the floor and lift your knees, or stretch your legs out, that's fine. We will have time to do that in a little bit as well. So drop in, notice any places that you're still holding yourself. And just lifting your knees and stretching your legs out as you're ready. And the legs can open out wide. You want to stretch your arms over your head, whatever you'd like to do. Grab opposite elbows, if that's comfortable. Good. We'll just take a few more breaths here, just with the legs stretched straight. Good. Okay, and then we're going to come off of this, and you can roll to the side, or if you prefer to just press yourself upright and take a few moments just sitting again. Just cross-legged, or you take the legs out. You can even sit on the bolster if you like. And closing your eyes, resting your hands. And just receiving. Just try and keep your spine long, whatever that means to you right now. And then gently open your eyes. Good. So I just want to do one more before we go into Shavasana. And I'll keep this bolster as it is. You're going to grab your block. And the block's going to go, we're going to support the hips with the block. So it might go, you can put the block at any height. But you could just start with, maybe just sit on the block and then adjust your hips so that you get the sacrum on the block like we do. And then you can lie back on the bolster. And then you decide, how high that block is going to go. So I know I can put it on the highest height and very comfortably. Okay. And then you can kind of adjust yourself here. You move your block and find that comfortable spot on the bolster too. Hopefully the head is supported by your blanket or the bolster enough. Okay. Then I have the knees bent. I'm just going to keep the feet on the floor. The arms are still out, or at any comfortable place. Good. And let's drop in here. Just letting the hips be supported, however high you have the block. And good. And then feel yourself also just melting into the support of the bolster. So feel that entire body that's resting there, just dropping in. Okay, so it's a little bit, if you think about the shape we had before, where the hips were resting on the floor and now they're lifted. Let's think of this as our restorative cat-cow movement. So if you'd like to draw in at the belly, just a bit, and kind of see what happens. The block might tip more towards the top of the sacrum, and that might feel really nice. And you can also not do that. So you don't have to keep it the whole time. You might just give it a try. If you take the belly down and feel how that is. And soften. Good. Okay, so I'm just going to let the next few breaths be this, open sky release. All that space, all that expansive space. Let that feel that it's reflected within you. Nothing to do, no effort to put in here. Good. Okay, so just for the next few moments, if you'd like to stretch your legs out here, maybe that feels nice, maybe not. Then go ahead and do that for a few moments. And we're actually going to just move into Shavasana. So you might want to just stay on your bolster. You might want to come off and lie yourself on the floor at a nice flat level. And as always, we take some time too. If there's anything you'd like to do. So I started that talk off here because I know some of you really like to be on the block and kind of play a little bit. So if that's calling you today, then take the time and do that here. Maybe like that with the bolster. And otherwise, move as you're ready. So take your time, slowly. Good. So I'm going to use this bolster underneath my legs. Oh gosh. I love my dog, the white dog. She's shedding. It's supposed to be non-shedding. And anyway, that's why I sneeze a lot. So, okay. So however you set yourself up, I didn't do the sock, but maybe you have your socks nearby because we're going to oil your feet, which, we didn't do it today, but it's a nice thing to do for yourself before you go to bed, or even as we finish this practice. You might want to take time and do it now. But I'm already here. Oh. Good. And if you're still fiddling around, you can see Hart has a little goat yoga thing happening. Oh. Okay. Okay, so sweet Shavasana, whenever you get here, receive the support of the floor, the support of the sky, and that you are a reflection of the earth and of the sky. Fertility of the earth, ability to grow and expand, the open expansiveness of the sky, which is all possibility. That is you. The word impossible is I'm possible. I'm possible. My niece had written that in her room when she was 7. Impossible is I'm possible. Rest in your sacred time, your sacred Shavasana. Just scanning your body for any place you can release more deeply. Just feeling yourself really drop off. So the last few moments to really let go. Whatever you feel is holding you back at this moment. Surrender. Surrender more deeply. Soften your third eye, back of your head, and your jaw. And then choosing to either stay here for longer. Maybe you're just really starting to settle. And if you're ready to start to gently awaken, then take your time and enjoy the journey. As you come upright and come to sitting, maybe we'll just do a few little spinal undulations if that feels called to you to just maybe just move your spine around a little bit. And joining your hands at your heart whenever you're ready. Good. Okay. Just feeling into your energy and what has shifted and your overall feeling right now. And to that, we'll send out our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. Let's just pause and let's send that out. And we'll take one Om together. Inhale. Good. Bow your chin. Inhale. And send that breath into your hands. Catch it. And pause here. Let's put in all of our loving, compassionate kindness. Lifting your chin, open your eyes, and we're just going to send this out. We're just going to send it out. And yeah, just send it out. So thank you so much, guys, and namaste. Love from my heart. Thank you for being here. And I hope that sends you off into sleep in a loving, kind way. See you soon.